14th of September. And the story this week, there's definitely a huge shift in energy this week. One can feel it. It's coming through in everybody's readings, and this whole reading just has a theme of adventure in it. That I didn't see coming, I must admit, but you will see right through the reading it's terribly underlined. The archetype that comes up is that of Poseidon or flow. And considering that the next eclipse is in Pisces, it's not surprising we get a Poseidon card. Now this says that this week there's a heightened flow of creativity and fertility. So I think the fertility one is a bit of a caution. If you don't want fertile things to happen in certain areas of your life, take precautions. Otherwise, if you do, well, this is the good week for it. And then also, if you have projects and creative projects especially that you found have been just getting stuck over the last few months, now they finally will move forward. You will see the creative juices start to flow and things will move forward. This is especially seeing as Saturn and Neptune have finished their odd dance, combative dance, shall we say. So you will now be able to get that the creativity that you were stalled with in the last few weeks or months. You'll be able to get it moving forward very nicely. The next archetypal card that comes up is that of, well, it says that nothing's impossible. And what this speaks about is if you have an idea, especially if you do have a creative idea, or just something you want to do, and you find that people are naysaying, or they're being negative about it, or coming up with reasons it won't work in the present economic climate, in whatever, understand these are other people's fears. This is other people's stories. It's not your story. What applies to them does not apply to you. So if you feel you want to go ahead with some project or ahead with some plans of any sort that you really feel strongly about, this is the week to go ahead with them, because you are being told by the universe nothing is impossible. The challenges that come up for this week is that you need to hang in there, because good news is coming. Success is coming for something that you've been busy with. So if you've been plugging away at something and you've kind of made one step forward, two steps back for quite a while now, know that success is now within sight. There might be one or two hitches still, especially with this eclipse coming up this week, but the success is now there. You can actually see it. So hang in there, it's coming. And that next card says the way to deal with this kind of slightly awkward energy that's sort of hucking and stopping, but will flow more freely now, is to keep that intention in mind. Keep the clarity in mind of what your intention is. And if you do so, you will see that the universe this week will send you some kind of message to say, yes, I have heard you. It is going to work out. So look out for that as well. Your opportunities this week. Something will be harvested from your life this week. There's that illumination of the moon that will cast light on what it needs to be, or cast light on why it needs to go. And once it has been harvested from your life, a whole new adventure opens for you. Now, once again, this is not surprising considering the full moon eclipse this week. I think it's the 16th. And full moon eclipses, that's what they do. They basically harvest from your life that which is stopping you from going on that adventure. They also illuminate areas of your life that need attention, so that you can possibly take that step yourself. And as per usual with any of these kind of events, if you are conscious and aware, which you probably are because you're watching this video, if you watch these kinds of videos, you're conscious and aware, then you know what needs to be harvested, you know what needs to be done. And then when you get that bit of push from the eclipses, it's not such a big deal. Obviously, it's not easy because you would have done it long ago otherwise, but you are prepared for it. It's not something out of the blue. The timing can sometimes be a bit out of the blue, but know that an adventure awaits you. That is the reason for this eclipse. Then your love story this week. Some of you are going to be separating, either permanently or temporarily. This is also eclipse action. Very, very possible with eclipses always. But once again, I will say I don't think this is a surprise. You will have had a feeling, or you even planning it, but you knew it was on the horizon. The next card says it's just a reminder that you have been here before and that you have learned this lesson before. Whether you learned from it is now what it's raising. So it says to you, if you want to go through this again in the future, take the same steps because you'll get the same result. But you're now being given the opportunity to move forward from this lesson, not to repeat this sequence of events again. So this is a huge opportunity. Use it. This time, when that separation happens, on whatever level of commitment it happens, whether you find yourself separating ways with a friend, separating ways with a lover, separating ways with a business partner, be it temporarily or permanently, the response and reactions that you had in the past, try not to repeat them again, or you will be walking this path again in future. But if you do differently this time, you're being given the opportunity for an entirely new story to happen. Because then the next card, this card says that should you take a different route this time, should you adjust your behavior and response, your normal behavioral response to this separation, you are going to have the adventure of a lifetime. So here comes the adventure again. And this is about perhaps not running off to the next person, not hurriedly trying to fix a relationship, or not getting completely upset with the situation, but thinking to yourself, wow, I've now got time on my hands. Let me do something I really want to do. This card suggests doing something where the wind blows in your hair again and the sun shines on your back. You know, that kind of feeling. Go for it, because there's something incredible to be found. There's something wonderful. I can feel that feeling of being there, of that experience, but you're only going to get it if you head off on that adventure instead of getting embroiled in the feelings of whatever that separation is. And this is the opportunity that you're being given now, so go for it. Take it. There's something incredible waiting on the other side. Your general story for the week seems to almost repeat that theme, because that moonlight card talks about taking the path you haven't walked before. One that is dimly lit only because you have not had this experience before, but it beckons to you. This card actually says that on the moonlit path you will find adventure, love, and miracles. So take that route. Take the route you haven't taken before when life brings that eclipse in and things are eclipsed out of your life. Take the route you haven't taken before. Because the next card does speak about things being totally removed from your life, totally broken down, totally gotten rid of, for the simple reason that that is the way that you need to move forward. It's removing everything that you don't need, but also because it needs you to move forward. It needs you to go on that adventure, and you'll only go if you're given a good, sufficient push in the right direction. So see it as that. And then the guidance card says that a decision once made will be followed by unwavering action. So should you decide to take that different course of action this time, to go on that adventure, be it what it may, you will see, you will have the wind at your back, in your sails. You will see that things will just start to sort of manifest and form in front of you, bringing something truly wonderful into your life. Okay? It's not going to be challenged, I don't think. It's going to be road ahead for you, road trip time, metaphorically speaking or physically speaking, who knows. Now, if you would like a personal reading, we can take a look at this wonderful adventure that awaits many of you who take that course of action. You can contact me at theoracletimes@gmail.com, or you can book a reading via the website. Both URLs, the web addresses are in our picture. You could also, if you like, for a very small fee, if you have your own tarot deck select cards, email the names of them to me and I'll do a reading for you. It's great fun. It's interactive. I'm really enjoying these types of readings. And I do hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for watching and listening.